It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, 280, 50 seconds to Mike. Get him, let's go.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
First and 10.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Ballage. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Winston. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? Black 25. Hey, check. Hey, got tight left.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Switch it.
Here's Winston. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
They'll run here with Balaj. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
I got you. Green, triple team. 49ers and Mike. What's that? I hope you brought your left. Easy. Hey. 49ers and Mike. Mike 29.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 55.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Flag, put it out. You remember me. Let's go, baby. Check, 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 check. Wait. Let's go.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's go.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
5-0. Hey, come on now. Wait. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Elijah Lee there to make the stop defensively.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
65. 54. Mike, 54. He don't know no better. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Garoppolo now. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They go play action. Winston. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Flip it, flip it, flip it. 36. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Delta.
Now Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready, flag, put it down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike 29. All you get is a headache. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let him go.
From the 39, Winston is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Easy. Hey, sponge.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got his target. That's Moore. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Green, triple team.
Mike 54. Come on, boy.
From the gun, Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
Hey. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Slam.
Check 13. Flip it. Let him go.
Now Balaj. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue lady.
Let's go one more.
Got double tight.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kalen Ballage with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. D. Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Switch, switch. Hatchet, hatchet.
3rd and long for Winston. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 17-yard line.
White 25.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
20. White.
29. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Third and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, stop.
Here's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Fielded about a yard deep.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
At their own 48-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Jameis to throw it. Throw right side complete to Carter. The end result, 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Winston now. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Red zone. Check 31. Check 31. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Winston. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And now it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready? Blue lady. Big stop. Wait. Check, check. Lucky. Sonny. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Right here. Mike 7. Go. Mike 7. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on third down. Yeah, he's got it. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Big dash. Come on. Sunday.
Throwing, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Vance McDonald. Incomplete. Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Here's a run with Galage. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Here we go. 180. 56. 11.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
He was taken down
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go. White 20.
Right there, 54 Mike. Cross the road.
White.
Check 15. Check 50.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
65.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
Check 56.
12.
Mike 56. Mike 50.
21. Hey, exit.
56 right there.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Bravo.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they had plenty of leg.
Check. Let's go.
They'll stay on the ground. Elijah again, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3, 29
is Mike. Mike 29. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's more. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Winston now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Mike 29. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Winston. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw is Winston. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. A quick throw complete to Chark. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. One play has them to the 37 here for first and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Wait. Let's go.
On second down, Winston again. He's going to look deep, trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
56, Mike, 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
Hey, dude.
Let's get off the field.
Get hot.
Mike, 56.
Get hot.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Ready. Black, can you do that?
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Green, come see. Flip it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's make these babies easy. Hey.
Rush in. Jim.
Working out of the gun. Winston. He's going to fire one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Myers connects. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They will run again with Coleman. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go. 54 Mike. Don't let it breathe.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Garoppolo now, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Looking sideline, incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it. The Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Balaj. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Shift. Hey, 5 on the 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.